gateway to other parts of Nigeria from Lagos and the West African market, with a potential market corridor size of over 200 million people. As a result, it has become imperative for the state to leverage on its competitive and comparative advantages in the fulfillment of its economic objectives, including, but not limited to, real sector growth, job creation, food security, poverty eradication, and increased investment in the state. This has led to the creation of 6 economic development clusters all across the state. The EDCs are designated areas to deliver large-scale infrastructure projects with shared infrastructure and facilities and services in order to drive the cost competitiveness of the state. And we further consolidate Ogun State's status as the manufacturing and industrial hub of Nigeria, whilst also positioning us to take full advantage of the Africa Continental Free Trade Zone Agreement. Ogun State has further complemented the creation of these EDCs with a modern transport master plan with the aim of providing linkages between rural, urban, and international markets via road, rail, sea, and air transport. This vision is something that Arise IIP has keyed into, and is the reason we are here today for the landmark groundbreaking of the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone at the Remo EDC. The Ogun State government has created an enabling environment for businesses, Arise included, to participate in the value addition activities in Ogun State with the provision of export-oriented activities via soon-to-be-completed Gateway Agro-Cargo International Airport. Distinguished guests, it is my pleasure to welcome you once again to this landmark event, simplifying Ogun State being ready for business and for increased investments. Thank you and God bless. Igbega Ìpínlẹ̀ Ogun.
Mr. Dapo Okubadejo, the Honorable Commissioner of Finance and Chief Economic Advisor to the Ogun State Government. Thank you very much. Indeed, Ogun State is the industrial hub of Nigeria. I'd like to let you know that we are live on Ogun Radio, Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation, Ogun Radio. We're live on Ogun State Television. We're live on Channels TV, and we're live on TVC, just like we are live in Ekperu, Ilishon, Remo. We would now like to take goodwill messages. I would call on Mr. Kunle Olusoya, the Executive Director, Fan Milk, to please come up here and give us a goodwill message. Mr. Kunle Olusoya. Thank you very much.
Excellency, permit me to say on existing protocols, I bring warm greetings from my principal, Fan Milk Danone, greetings from Fan Milk Danone leadership team. Today's groundbreaking occasion, the landmark industrial revolution in Ogun State. We, Fan Milk and Danone, are happy to be part of this industrial revolution. And as a key leader in the dairy sector, we are already doing a dairy farm in partnership with Ogun State government in our model dairy farm in Odeda, Ogun State, which includes a model dairy farm, a training institute, and a farm milk collection center. We are happy to be part of this and happy to be part of the industrial revolution happening in Ogun State. Congratulations to Ogun State, congratulations, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kunle Olusonya. I would also like to call on Mr. Goke Adeyemi. Mr. Goke Adeyemi is the Chief Executive Officer, Harvest Feed and Agro Processing. Would like to have your goodwill message now. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Congratulations to Ogun State. My name is Goke Adeyemi, Harvest Feed and Agro Processing Limited. We are cassava producer, cassava starch manufacturer. In Ogun State, we thank God that we have this executive governor. We have been in cassava business for the past 9 years. But the past 3.5 years have been very monumental. Big changes. In our factory, we use over 350 tons of tubers every day, producing food-grade starch. So if you are asking for starch anywhere in Nigeria, you will reference Ogun State. This special agro processing zone is actually meant for the agro processors. And we want to leverage on it to export our world-class quality product into West Africa and parts of the world. We thank Ogun State Governor with his vision and with his very laudable programs to transform Ogun State into a huge industrial hub in Nigeria. We will continue to be investors in agro-processing and continue to also leverage on that, on the program of Ogun State, to do more of cassava processing. And we want everybody to please move to Ogun State and establish business in Ogun State, because we are ready to receive you. Thank you, Mr. Governor, sir. Thank you.
Still with the goodwill messages on this landmark event, I'd like to invite one of the partners in progress in our dear state, Ogun State, the president of the Ogun Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Engineer Mike Akingbade. And right after him, we will be inviting the Akaribo of Remo land, Oba Dr. Babatunde Ajayi, ably represented here today by KBC, the Elepe of Ipe. For now, the president, Ogun Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture should please step forward. And as he's coming forward, we'd like to quickly recognize the presence of the former Chief of Staff to His Excellency Alhaji Shuaib Afolabi Salis. You're most welcome. All local government chairmen from Ogun East senatorial districts that are here, all the GLOs as well, we recognize you, and members of the national press, students of Ogun State. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun MFR, all other protocols please duly observed. I, on behalf of the Ogun State Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, is congratulating His Excellency and his team of visionary experts who are in his government. For a very long time, we have been yearning for this kind of thing in our chamber, because we are the assemblage of businesses, entrepreneurs, micro, small, and medium scale, who are the ones that are the machine of a generation of GDP. But most of these things that we lack are the ones that are now being taken care of. We have to thank His Excellency So we are ready as a Chamber of Commerce to cooperate with this government and to begin to ask for more. And on the last note, we want to appeal that when the thing is ready, we pray and hope that the spaces and facilities will be allotted to those who deserve it. Thank you very much for doing these beautiful things in Ogun State and in Nigeria, because we are taking care of our position in the AFCAC as having been made. So thank you very much, Doc.
Yes, there's no way we'll have an important event like this without having the feel and the royal blessings. And therefore, it is time to listen to a goodwill message from TVC, the Akarigo of Remo land, and who is also the chairman of the Ogun State Council of Obas, on whose domain this project will be located. TVC, ably represented by the Elepe Pepe.
Your Excellency, Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun, MFR, I'd like to stand on all existing protocols. On behalf of Alayeluwa Oba Dr. Babatunde Ajayi, the Akaribo and paramount ruler of Remo land, I'd like to welcome you to Remo in Ogun State on this occasion of the launching of the special agro-processing zone. We are so happy that history is being made here today. This is a project that we're very proud of, and we are proud of our governor for this project and similar projects that he is undertaking in the whole of the state. We are aware of the immense benefit that we're going to derive when this project is completed. And we believe that very soon we'll be invited here when the launching of the various companies will begin. On behalf of the traditional rulers in Ogun State, we wish to assure our governor of our support. We want to thank him for what he's been doing, and we want to pledge our support for him. And we pray that the good Lord will keep guiding and protecting him in everything he's doing. Thank you so much.
You know, it's not easy for one person to take a decision. Collaboration, working together, partnership is very key for any kind of development. And we are glad to say that we are partnering with Arise Integrated Industrial Platform for what we are doing here today. At this point in time, we'd like to show you a video to tell you why we are doing this with Arise Integrated Industrial Platforms, why we are happy to be in this partnership with Arise Integrated Industrial. After this video, we will be very happy to call the person who is behind Arise Integrated Industrial, Mr. Gagan Gupta. He will come up later to talk to us why he is working with us to take Remo to the world. Let's watch the video.
For the past 10 years, Arise IIP has conceived, financed, built and operated integrated and tailor-made industrial zones with high added value. We identify industrial gaps in African countries and design tailor-made solutions to enable the sustainable and local transformation of raw materials, boost exports, promote trade, and create jobs. We set up public-private partnerships, in tune with local public policies and development strategies. Let's take you through each of our zones, starting with our flagship zone in Gabon. For decades, Gabonese logs were exported in raw form, a huge shortfall for the country's economy. Following the government's initiative to ban log exports in 2009, GSAS, a PPP with the Republic of Gabon, was created to unlock local value chains in the wood sector and beyond. Spanning 1,300 hectares, the zone created a vertically integrated timber value chain, enabling the local processing of raw materials. In only 5 years, GSAS became the leading manufacturing hub in West and Central Africa and allowed Gabon to shift from a log exporting country to the first exporter of veneer in Africa and second worldwide. Within GSAS, we transform wood from the first to the third transformations, exporting 1 million cubic meters of timber, amounting to $265 million US. GSAS had a decisive economic impact on the Gabonese economy, with 144 companies operating in 22 industries and creating 16,000 jobs. To support local demand, we developed a training center to enhance Gabonese youth skills. We follow rigorous sustainability standards through traceability systems such as Tracer and wood waste recycling. GSAS's business model was successfully replicated and tailor-made in other African countries. In Benin, we created GDIZ, dedicated to the local transformation of agricultural products. Our GDIZ textile unit spreads over 40.5 hectares and is equipped with cutting-edge technology, with a production capacity of 34,000 tons of cotton yarn per year. A dedicated garment training center is set to welcome thousands of Beninese youth. We implemented Africa's most reliable tracing system with FiberTrace, an innovative traceability system to track our cotton production from fiber to fashion. Over the next few years, GDIZ is expected to attract an investment of $1.4 billion US in its first phase, creating around 12,000 jobs. In Togo, PIA is launching conventional and organic soya processing plants, a first in the country. A 24-hectare state-of-the-art textile park is also well underway, comprised of a garment training center. PIA offers unparalleled facilities in the region, such as its dry port and truck terminal. Gabon, Benin and Togo showcase our ability to turn raw materials into high-added value products at pace and at scale. Our journey does not end here. We are developing industrial zones in Chad, Côte d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Rwanda, DRC and the Republic of Congo. We are committed to making Africa thrive. We are Arise.
You will agree with me that Ogun State has made the right choice by partnering with Arise. And this project, when it is completed, will further open our dear state to many industrial concerns. Let's now make welcome the founder and the chief executive officer of Arise to just give us a slice of his taste as a remarks. A round of applause for him, please.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ogun State, Dr. Prince Dapo, government officials and representatives present here, including heads of ministries and agencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as well as members of the press. all other protocols duly observed. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this landmark event, which is the signing of the binding development agreement between our company Arise IIP and the Ogun State government for the development of Ogun Special Agro-Processing Industrial Zone. This is a landmark event in the history of Ogun State. First of all, let me commend and thank the state government led by Mr. Governor Dapo Abidun for his infrastructure development strides and for birthing this novel initiative which has culminated in today's signing of this agreement. The Governor, Mr. Dapo, and Nigerian government have shown commitment to the essence of government, which is the overall development of the state and economic prosperity to the citizen of Ogun State. Of course, I must also say that is your government's very persuasive charm which got us to invest in this state. Let me also thank our partners and friends, President Adesina from the African Development Bank, Dr. Orama, President of Afri-Exim Bank, and of course our shareholder who is supporting us in our African journey, President Samaila from African Finance Corporation. Without the support of these institutions, I don't think Arise will be where it is today. We created Arise to solve three main challenges: reduce unemployment, promote economic growth, and mitigate climate change. For too long, Africa has been exporting employment and importing unemployment. Arise is determined to support developing countries to thrive through projects like the Remo Economic Development Cluster. We also poised to identify opportunities in commercial and industrial value chains with our partner countries. The project will be located in Sagamu area and spread across a total of 5,000 hectares of land. The Arise IIP teams are very proud to be able to support the authorities of state of Ogun in the development of the ambitious industrial economic cluster. By leveraging our experience in the design, management of industrial estates and the sustainable management of natural resources, we aim to contribute to making the Ogun State a key player in the responsible processing of raw material, light industries and pharmaceuticals. The zone will focus on agro-processing, light industries and pharmaceutical, clean energy such as e-mobility and solar. And I'm happy to inform we already have about 8 companies which are ready to start as we start in December the construction of the industrial zone. We expect in phase 1, which is by July of 2024, we'll have 30,000 direct jobs created in the industrial zone, which means roughly about 30,000 of people will be coming to work to the industrial zone and roughly 50,000 indirect jobs will be created. That's just the phase 1 spread over 1,000 hectares. The construction will last roughly about 18 months and it starts in December of this year and will finish by July of 2024. But even during construction period, the industries will be installing in the industrial zone. A good example, as you saw on the video, in Benin, when we started the construction, even during the construction phase, industry started constructing. In less than 12 months, we have roughly about 10,000 people coming to work in industrial zone in Benin. So I expect Ogun to be at least 4 to 5 times bigger than that. This zone seeks to promote and attract multi-sectoral industrial and commercial investments in the country and develop local manufacturing raw materials into high value-added products. And I'm proud to announce that, as I mentioned, we have about 8 companies already ready to start construction. This project will have a transformational impact for Ogun State and Nigeria by improving job creation and attracting more FDI into the country. Our company will deliver the best infrastructure for use of people of Ogun State in line with the international best practices, and we are sure these projects will help government to create thousands of jobs, thereby bridging the unemployment gap in state and Nigeria in general. Once again, I welcome you all and look forward to 2024 when we shall all gather together to commission these projects. Thank you for being here. Thanks a lot, the Ogun State Governor, for making this happen. Thanks a lot.
So I was told that the governor of Ogun State likes to be modest. Because I'm a radio person, I like to be loud. when you do something good, we need to loud about it. And so Mr. Gupta came here in a modest way, and he just said, we're partnering with Ogun State. No, I'm going to talk about you, because we want the world to know why you have committed to work with us in Ogun State. 3 companies specialized in designing, financing, building, and managing state-of-the-art infrastructure across Africa. That's who you are, and we're proud to be working with you in Ogun State. You have your operations in Gabon, in Togo, in Benin, in Cote d'Ivoire, projects in Chad, Republic of Congo, Rwanda, and the DRC. And we are proud to be doing this with you in Nigeria through Ogun State. Starting from the ground up, you succeeded in creating Arise Group. We're very proud of those who start small and get big, and that is what you are, and we are proud of you. In less than 10 years, you've invested and accumulated $2 billion USD, committed to develop a portfolio of 15 large-scale infrastructure projects across Africa. You have placed sustainability at the core of your company's operations and strategy. And that is what you're doing here. Because today marks the beginning of so many things many years ahead. It's beyond 8 years of a tenure. Our children and unborn children will not forget the governor and will not forget you. Thank you for this partnership. And so I know we have applauded him, but if we understand what we're doing here today, turning Ogun State into the industrial hub of Nigeria, creating over 20,000 jobs, 20,000 jobs, millions of people will benefit from this hub. We will give more than an applause to this gentleman who has committed to work with us. And so once again, Mr. Gagan Gupta, founder and CEO of Arise Integrated Industrial Platforms, we thank you for choosing Ogun State. We thank you for choosing here. Thank you.
Of course, choosing Ogun State means you're moving not only to the next stage, but to the tip of where people will recognize you and know that you are indeed a first-class industry. At this point, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, more goodwill messages, because there's no way we'll have such an event without hearing from those who matter and those who will indeed give us that lift to ensure that, yes, it is accomplished. Next, may I quickly invite the chairman of Tulip Cocoa Processing, Mr. Segun Olugoegun, to please step forward to give his goodwill message. And right after him, we will be inviting the chairman, Board of Trustees of Remo Council of Development Foundation, on whose land we are also citing this project, our own Kunle Shonami. Please get prepared. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to acknowledge the presence of our host, Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun, the Governor of Ogun State, the Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimot Salako. I will stand on the existing protocols. Everyone's important, but having said so, I'll also still like to acknowledge our Baba, Chief Olusegun Oshoba. Everyone else is important, so I thank you all for coming. Tulip Cocoa Processing Company Limited has been in Ogun State for a couple of years. In the last 3 years, we've seen a different Ogun State. We've seen infrastructure at a very new level, heights that are Agro-Industrial. We are excited at this latest opportunity that has come to Ogun State. We are excited to be here in Ogun State. We see that this will even give us more opportunity. We are in the export of cocoa products. We are a processor, and we supply cocoa products to companies within the food and beverage at the international level. This new addition to the landmark things that the governor has done is a major one. We're excited to be a part of Ogun State. We see Ogun State going into a different level. We've taken time, I have anyway, to look at what the Gupta has done elsewhere, and choosing Ogun State as his partner and as the host community to host, or host state to host his investment in Nigeria couldn't have been taken lightly. I'm 100% sure he's looked at different things that Ogun has, and he decided to choose Ogun. I want to tell you that you have chosen well, you've chosen right. We also chose Ogun State at some point, and we're seeing the yield of our investment in Ogun State. So well done, you're welcome, and I want to say that what you need to succeed is here. The right people, the right government, offering the right opportunity. So I want to encourage you. You've chosen well, you've chosen right, and all will be well. We also want to thank the financiers, the president of the Afrexim, Professor Remo, for putting his full backing into this. Sumaila, well done. You've chosen well, you've chosen right. I hear you are a big investor in PIA, right? So well done. And you're lucky to have community that's investment friendly and business oriented people. So you'll do well here. We're here as forerunners for you, and we'll be here to cooperate and support you in any which way we can. We're also sure that your investment here will also help us in the export that we do and the export that other small agro investors are doing presently. Having an airport here is a major thing that will help transform the state. Congratulations, Excellency, well done. As we say, it's 4 + 4. Well done, Excellency. Thank you very much.
Yes, 4 + 4, by the special grace of God, will equal to 8, because we've had so many infrastructural development ensuring that we have smooth network of what will make industries to thrive. And when we talk about investment, has provided that enabling environment with beautiful security network to ensure that once you have the presence of your industrial concerns here, you can operate fully with a rest of mind. Next, the chairman and board of trustees, Remo Growth and Development Foundation, will step forward to give a 2-minute goodwill message. Kunle Shonami, you're most welcome.
Very quickly, let me make a correction there. I'm not the chairman of the foundation. I'm just a member, probably the youngest member of the foundation, really. So, standing on the existing protocols, the grand patron of Remo Growth and Development Foundation, Remo GDF, is Royal Majesty Oba Babatunde Adewale Ajayi, CFR, the Akaribo and the paramount ruler of Remo Land, the Board of Trustees and Management Council, wish to congratulate our amiable governor, His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun MFR. On this occasion of this groundbreaking ceremony of Ogun Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone, SAPZ, at Ogun State Agro-Cargo International Airport, Ikperu-Elisha Road, Remo, Ogun State, today, Friday, 4th November 2022. On behalf of the Akarigo, I also want to welcome the Arise Consortium to Remo land. Lastly, I wish to assure you, Mr. Gagan, that projects like this requires peaceful coexistence between the investor and the community. And here, on behalf of our paramount ruler, we are assuring you that you will operate here peacefully without unnecessary interference from any local community, such that we can ensure that what has been set out to happen, happens. Thank you very much, and you're welcome.
Success has so many friends. When you're successful, many people would like to be associated with you. This is another success story, and we pray that by the time it is executed, we'll have so many people who will want to still partner with the Ogun State government. At this point, let's now invite the Chairman Senate Committee on Trade and Investment to also put a legislative touch from what we're doing from the federal level. Distinguished Senator Abiro, please. A round of applause for him.
A slight correction as well. I must underline it. I am Chairman, Senate Committee on Industries. There's a separate committee of Trade and Investment that also has its own chairman. So I'm Chairman, Senate Committee on Industries, so that we don't get it mixed up. Your Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun MFR, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimot Oyedele, my colleagues in the National Assembly, particularly the senators that we came here together today, the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, and members of the Ogun State House of Assembly, our royal fathers here present, and all our party leaders, particularly Chief Olusegun Oshoba, and of course the investors, the partners on this project, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am equally delighted to be part of this groundbreaking ceremony for the development of Ogun State Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone. So I therefore congratulate His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, for his vision, his resourcefulness, steadfastness, and commitment to the economic development of Ogun State. I believe what he has brought into political governance is his rich private sector experience as an accomplished entrepreneur. He has progressively unlocked the potentials of Ogun State for the benefit of the good people of this state and the Nigerian economy as a whole. I am particularly excited by his effective leverage of synergy with the private sector in the economic development process through the adoption of public-private partnership models in projects of this nature. We all know that government alone cannot deliver all the projects and programs
for the economic development of any jurisdiction. So this is even more so with the current level of physical challenges that most governments have all over the world. So it is therefore very gratifying that His Excellency, the Governor, has been able to attract substantial private sector capital and expertise for the industrial development of Ogun State. And this is, of course, has been made possible by the creation of an enabling environment for these investments to thrive. Today's groundbreak of this achievement, and this is an excellent example of how private sector put for the development of the country and the of
Every major news story is with many perspectives and layered with different levels of impact.
Hello. What time did this happen? We will be right there.
At TVC News, we follow the big and major news, gathering the facts, witnessing the outcome.
I am here live at the aftermath of the approval of the new national minimum wage.
We are TV Station of the Year, not just for breaking news, but for being first, fair and accurate. TVC News, first with breaking news.
The TVC News at 7 and the TVC News at 10 are not like any other news broadcast.
It's the big news hour, the hour for the big breaking stories.
We've got some of the best reporters on the field,
taking you through as it happens.
It's fast-paced, hard-hitting,
with investigations that matter.
bringing in news that affects your life.
With sport, entertainment and business news so you don't miss a thing.
Experience resourceful coverage with depth
every night.
TVC News Adedoja Salamadini emerged winner of Lagos reporting category at the 30th Diamond Awards for Media Excellence. As the isolation centers filled up and many Nigerians living in denial, Adedoja dared the odds to bring the dreaded COVID-19 reality to our living rooms. This is the story that resulted in the laurel at the Diamond Awards for Media Excellence, Lagos reporting category for Adedoja Salamadini. TVC News Femi Akonde won the coveted prize of Reporter of the Year at the Nigerian Media Merit Award, which is the most prestigious media award in the country. His winning story is on the bravery of the Civilian Joint Task Force, a group of local militia in Maiduguri established to fight Boko Haram terrorists. TVC News Senior Correspondent Sharon Ijaso won Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism Award. Her investigative piece reveals how underage children find themselves engaged as child sex workers, either willingly or unwillingly, with sex trade largely going digital. Poverty, greed, broken family structures, among others, have been identified as some of the in Nigeria. Congratulations to the news team who tell impactful stories. NMMA, DAME, and Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism Awards. TVC, first with breaking news.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known, For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century, speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
The TVC News at 7 and the TVC News at 10 are not like any other news broadcast.
It's the big news hour, the hour for the big breaking stories.
We've got some of the best reporters on the field,
Taking you through as it happened.
It's fast-paced, hard-hitting,
With investigations that matter.
bringing in news that affects your life.
With sport, entertainment, and business news so you don't miss a thing.
Experience resourceful coverage was depth.
Every night.
Voted as the best TV station of the year. TVC News breaks into the core of every event as they happen. Following all nationwide big and impactful stories. Without the news from every perspective, covering every human angle. I am Veronica, bringing you the news you would want to watch.
Information is power, information is security, information is knowledge. On Labor Lens, we believe that working people around the world have real questions of their own. They want to know how the world of work operates, what it means to the employer of labor, how policies affect workers in the workplace. On Labor Lens, I ensure we engage effectively the organized labor, organized private sector, and government to get out of them information workers are in need of. I am Sharon Ijason, asking questions that make you get sense of the workplace.